Hello and welcome to Big Orbit's Cardfight Vanguard weekly update. My name is James and today I'll be going through the card shown throughout the past 7 days. We get an inkling of what Megacolony's blue playstyle will be this week. To show this off we have the RR grade 1, Brownie Jerk. His first ability is Auto Rearguard Circle when placed, costs Soul Blast 1, and this unit gets plus 6000 power to the end of the turn. Put the top card of your opponent's deck into the drop zone. If it's grade 1 or greater, Soul Charge 1. And he also has Auto Rearguard Circle when it boosts the attack that attacks a grade 3 or greater Vanguard, cost discard a card and your opponent must discard a card from his or her hand. The first skill indicates that Megacolony will become a mill deck, but I feel instead of straight up trying to mill your opponent out, they will instead just try to get benefits from the milling. Kind of a corrupt version of Great Nature. Or if they manage to look at the opponent's deck and mill what they want, kind of like how Starhawks did it. Considering the draw power in Megacolony is already fairly strong, the second skill will likely be giving you the edge against clans that don't draw much, such as Axel clans. To help give evidence to the fact that this isn't the only mill card, we have Flowery Tiara, another grade 1 for the clan. Her skill is Continuous Rearguard Circle. If your opponent's card was put from their deck to the drop zone this turn, this unit gets plus 5000 power. I doubt this card would exist if Brownie Jerk was the only one that mills in the clan. For Tachikaze, we have Turbo's Smilodon. Tachikaze haven't changed their tactic with the equip gauges. This RR grade 2 has Auto Vanguard Circle Rearguard Circle when placed, or when it attacks a Vanguard, you may put the top card of your deck face down as an equip gauge on one of your rear guards. Being able to put it on any of your rear guards makes this card really good. It can also accelerate your gauges in the main phase when they're on place, allowing Gigarex to deal direct damage more reliably. However, we have Savage Augur, a grade 1 for the clan, who goes against the normal goal of building up gauges fast by having Act Rearguard Circle once per turn, counterblast 1 and put one of your gauges onto the bottom of your deck, and one of your units gets plus 10,000 power until the end of the turn. This is kind of like a way of taking Deathrex's fuel away and giving it to someone else, which could be useful, especially if you're running out of soul. Destruction Dragon Darkrex is back as a RR grade 3 and has Act Drop Zone. If your Vanguard is grade 2 or greater and you did not ride this turn, cost discard 2 equip gauge and ride this card as stand, or to rearguard circle. This doesn't serve much use unless you want to take advantage of discarding it for a perfect guard, and if you want it on the Vanguard circle it gives you an extra circle, but it also works well against Zanbaku's Paralyze ability. He also has Continuous Vanguard Circle Rearguard Circle. During the battle that it attacked, this unit gets plus 2000 power for each of the equipped gauges, which does count for every equipped gauge on the board, so it could be more useful than it seems. Lastly for Tachikaze, we have Lightblade Dragon Thundilifo. He's a grade 1 with Act Rearguard Circle, cost rest this unit, choose one of your rearguards and put the top card of your deck as an equipped gauge underneath it, or move all equipped gauges from one of your rearguards to it. Then cost Counterblast 1 and the chosen unit gets plus 5000 power until the end of the turn. The initial part of the skill is really good, especially with the Gigarex and Deathrex again. Just getting those gauges reliably for cheap is really good. This week, Spike Brothers are really in the spotlight with their new VR, which is Dead Heat Bull Spike. His first skill is Auto Vanguard Circle. When it attacks, costs Soul Blast 1, move all your force markers to that unit's circle. This is the new tactic the clan revolves around, which is pretty nice as it's like them passing the ball around. They also have Auto Vanguard Circle once per turn. When the attack of your unit on a circle with a force marker does not hit, draw a card, choose one of your opponent's rear guards and retire it. This is incredibly good. Either deal a point of damage to your opponent, or plus 1 yourself and minus 1 your opponent. This is really going to make Spike Brothers a formidable clan. You can also go for 2 different tactics with the new markers, either getting Force 1 to make each attack just super buff, or go for Force 2 to try and aggro down your opponent on the first ride, being able to share the extra crit among all your cards. Deranged Thaddeus is a RR grade 2 and kind of a small version of Dead Heat Bull Spike. His first skill is Auto Rearguard Circle. When it attacks, cost Counterblast 1 and move all your force markers to this unit's circle. This nicely uses a different resource, so you won't have to worry too much about running out of soul. His second skill is Auto Rearguard Circle. When its attack hits, if this unit's circle has a force marker, choose one of your opponent's rearguards and retire it. So whether it hits or misses, thanks to Bull Spike, you're retiring something, which is very scary to go up against. Provoke Needle is another grade 2. He has a very simple skill of Continuous Rearguard Circle. If it is on Rearguard Circle with a force marker, this unit gets plus 10,000 power. This works best if you go Force 2 method, as it can give you a continuous buff of plus 10,000 power and plus 1 critical. Not to mention, this skill also takes effect on your opponent's turn, making it harder to get rid of him. Jackknife Janice is a grade 1 for the clan and has Auto Rearguard Circle. At the end of the battle that it boosted a rearguard, and this unit's circle has a force marker, Cost counter +1, put that rear guard into your soul, and draw a card. Helping fill the soul with Bull Spike while also giving you some more protection, nothing to sniff at. And very lastly, we have the Giftless Grade 3 Breaking Grand Mobile. His skill is Auto Rearguard Circle. When your Vanguard attacks, cost counter +1, soul +1, Breaking Grand Mobile, and stand this unit. The upside to this is that it can be really devastating on top of a bunch of Force 1 markers. The downside is that you have to have another one of this in the soul, and although you can do this with Janice, it takes time, resources, it means you have to run at least 2 of him, which you'd probably want more if you want it to be more reliable, and that soul could just be used for Dead Heat Bull Spike instead. That is everything for this week. Be sure to check out next week when I'll be going through the card trade throughout the next 7 days, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.